Let's kick off with you, Nancy. Partner versus parents, parents versus partner?
It's a really, really hard situation, isn't it? I mean, I'm just trying to think metaphorically speaking, if it was like me. Jim and I have never rowed, just saying, just getting that out there. But
so you've been married all these years, you've never once rowed?
No.
That's amazing.
I know. Where's my award?
Yeah, you should get one. That's incredible.
I know. But this is a very tricky situation because it's a point of who do you choose? Do you know what I mean? So if it's like his pet, so he's saying dissing his mum and dad and going with his wife. But in a way, if you're with your wife 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are going to be necessarily on her side, I think.
Do you think so?
And also, I don't know what this is over, but get over it and grow up as well. I'm sorry, but, you know, life's too short.
You should never have to choose.
Francine, have you ever been in a situation where it's choosing your partner over his parents?
No, but
or his parents over him?
Can I talk about this from a mother's perspective?
Yes, you can.
I have 2 children. I have a daughter and a son. Luckily, my daughter's very much like myself. We can't be controlled. We can't be told what to do. But the fear is having a daughter-in-law, having a partner for my son, because we have an extraordinarily close relationship as mum and son. And if anyone came between us, they are looking for a battle. And the thing is,
it was his new wife.
Yeah, I think if he was told he can't speak to his parents or he can't be with his parents or he had to choose, first of all, it's a very narcissistic way of being. I think for a personality that's very narcissistic, oh, you can't love your... And I think this happens a lot because I know a lot of people have this problem with their daughter-in-laws. They don't want to have... It's like a competition thing with the mother.
I'll tell you about someone, a friend of mine, and see what you would say about this. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. So the mother is one of these big family ladies, and she likes all the children, the in-law children and the grandchildren every Sunday under her wing, at her place. She makes a huge lunch. She expects everyone to show up all present and correct. His wife doesn't want to go. Yeah. Just doesn't want to.
I hear this all the time.
She says, I'm not prepared to commit to every Sunday at your mum's. I've got a life. I'm my own person. I don't want to. So the mother is very offended, hurt, upset. She likes all the children under the umbrella of her love so she can feed them and be with them on a Sunday. The wife doesn't want to go.
But you can make a compromise, couldn't you?
The husband's just caught between the two very much. What do you think he should do? JJ, you know, his mum, his wife, they're look at him. What do you do, JJ? What do you do? Come on, we want to know.
I would always side with the wife. 100% side with the wife.
Side with the wife?
100% side with the wife.
Why?
You marry the wife, that is your family now.
Yeah, but you can make a compromise as well, couldn't you?
My role would be to try and, liaise between the two and to try and make everything as copacetic as possible. But you marry, once I'm married to my wife, that is it. She is my sole focus. She is my responsibility, and that's how my loyalty should be.
But Francine is the mother. She's already saying
I'm the mother.
Never seen you again, Mum. See ya.
No, that would absolutely break me.
So imagine, let's say Friday night dinner.
Yes.
Let's say you expect your kids for Friday night dinner.
Yeah.
And let's say the new daughter-in-law, who you haven't yet met, but let's imagine, says, well, actually, I don't do Friday nights. I don't want to come to your mother's, or I want to go to my mother's, or whatever it is. What do you do? Because the last thing you want is a rift with your children.
That is the last thing you want. And obviously, I want my children to be happy. So their happiness comes first. But I wouldn't want them to have to choose, you know, and I'd make it very easy. That's fair enough. Like, say Christmases, Friday night, whatever. Darling, you do that one week. You go to her parents. Next week, you can't. I would never, ever make my child choose me over them. But what I wouldn't want is somebody to tell them and control them and say, you can't go to your parents or you can't speak to your mother every day 5 times a day. Right. That would kill me.
What about your girls?
Well, it is about that compromise. You know, one week you could be with the in-laws. The next week you could say, look, I can't do next week. We're doing something else. And that, you know.
Fair is fair.
But and I think...
Oh, there are your girls looking gorgeous, all 3 of you. That's a lovely picture.
Oh, my gorgeous girls.
Yeah.
Stunning girls.
With Brooklyn Beckham specifically, I've met this kid so many times, from when he was like age 14 to about 3 months ago. I've met him loads of times. He's such a sweet kid. Victoria and David did a great job raising him. He's super respectful.
And what sort
very
of context
polite.
did you meet him in?
Oh, we'd be at parties, fashion shows, after parties, that kind of thing. We just hang out. Yeah. And it's funny because 20 years ago, I was doing the same thing with his mum when she was in the Spice Girls. I was going to events with her. And they've got a really good kid. So for the fact that he is now feeling he has to pick his wife against his mum and dad, something big must have happened for this fallout to occur. Because he's such a respectful kid.
That's
There's
what I
no
was
way.
Thinking, what is this?
I just think he seems very obsessed with her. Very, very
With his
obsessed.
wife.
Yes, and I think she wants to be his be all and one and only and be all and end all. And I do think, I mean, from what I can see, they seem amazing parents, Victoria and David. They really do.
But she might have said, I just want a bit of time with my husband and not necessarily with your parents every day. She might have said that.
On the other hand,
Do you know,
this was his father's 50th birthday cavalcade of celebrations.
Yeah.
I mean, how I would feel if my girls didn't come to my birthday
That's
party.
true,
I mean, I really would be. I'd be so hurt. I really would.
true.
And also, I wouldn't be able to enjoy it.
No, my girls
with
have
one or
always-
other. I've got two daughters.
Yeah.
If they weren't there, my heart would just be broken.
That's the same with me.
I'd be
My girls are
devastated.
Always with me, and
Yeah.
I get that.
And it's very
completely.
pointed. And it's very public. It's not the same thing as not coming to a picnic that nobody knows about. This is the birthday.
But David had like 15 different events. Brooklyn did go to some of them, but not the big one where all the cameras are going to be.
But that's a big deal, isn't it? I think that's
but
huge.
he attended some of the events. See, they had lots of parties.
Can I just say, it's all so public.
It's so public,
Do
and
you know
that's
what
the
I mean?
other
What I'm
thing.
saying
Yeah.
is, I'm so pleased that we are not out there in the public eye like they are, because I don't think I could take
It's
it.
vastly public on both sides of the Atlantic. I mean,
It's
it's
too
absolutely
much.
huge.
It
Let's
is too
talk to
much.
Bailey on the line. Hi, Bailey. Love to know what you think about this. Thanks for ringing.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Well, I think that, your parents have raised you all your life, and I don't think that you should pick your partner over your parents, because anything could go wrong in a relationship.
And you need your parents
Very
in your
true,
corner.
very
That's true.
I mean,
yeah.
this is true.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about this Beckham scenario. Why don't Nicola Peltz's parents get on the phone to her and tell her to belt up and get cracking and build bridges?
Yes,
Because you don't want to section off into your family versus his family.
Do you know what else? I couldn't stand it. Being in that situation of hostile situation is the
family.
worst situation. You just want to all get on
Yeah.
and, just get on with it.
I would
and then
phone my
compromise.
daughter and tell her, come on, look, that's your partner. You've got to, you're with us. You've got to be with them. It's
But
it's a
Bailey
compromise.
isn't wrong, though. You know, your parents will always be there for you. They are your
Always.
bedrock.
My mum and dad are
Always.
amazing.
Exactly.
Just
So you
saying.
don't want to, kind of offend your parents, but it's such a delicate path to tread, right?
But
JJ?
with Nicola Peltz's family, there's already disagreement between her family and the Beckhams, and that was from before the wedding. So the two families already didn't really get along. So I could.
Why not? I mean,
That happens.
There's internal politics. There's different class levels. The Peltzes are self-made billionaires. They think that the
Sounds
Beckhams
just
are all
like me.
celebrity. So there's already problems between the two families. So I don't think Nicola's parents are going to be saying to her, "You need to make friends with the
Such
the
a
Beckhams
shame,
again."
isn't it?
And to
It's
be
terrible.
fair, we don't really know what Victoria and David are like. They come across the most amazing parents, the most amazing people, but no one knows what
don't
happens
know.
behind closed doors.
Don't know, but
Exactly.
I'm with
We
them.
don't
I'm with
know,
them
do we?
every step of the way.
But
we
so
don't
am
know,
I.
but we feel that
Yeah,
they're
so
lovely
am I,
and loving
as a
parents, and
parent.
that's it.
Well, like
and
we are,
JJ
yeah.
says they're great kids, and
They
I saw
are.
Harper at a thing the other day, and she was terrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely delightful, charming,
They
and
are
a
a
little
very-
girl. She wasn't dressed up in one of those evening gowns. She was delightful. Let's talk to Fiona. Oh, Fiona, I'm so sorry. So Fiona's on the line, and her daughter doesn't speak to her at the moment. Gosh, that must be so painful, Fiona. What's going on?
Well, what's going on is exactly what you're all talking about. That I voiced an opinion when my daughter met an older man that it might be a problem because he immediately left his partner for her, and she took umbrage. Old-fashioned word, I know. And that was more or less the last time we had a relationship, and I haven't heard or seen her for 5 years now.
Oh,
I'm
gosh,
so
that must be
sorry.
so painful. Have you done absolutely everything you can to kind of
Yes,
build a bridge?
yeah, oh yes, and I mean when I think. I struggled to bring her up single-handedly, virtually. A husband in the army, and it's literally she took his side. I hate that expression, but she took his side. He's wonderful. He adores her, but I think he controls her.
Oh, I'm
There you
so
go.
sorry. It must be
There you
so
go.
painful for you. And do you continue to try to win her?
I do. I've recently sent her a beautiful card and wrote in it and said, can't we sort of sort this out, or words to that effect.
Yes.
And nothing. She doesn't reply. So what do you do?
I don't
and when
know.
you're a parent, you did what I think most people who are parents and people who are not, maybe whatever, you do the best you can.
I think
There's
so
no
too.
rules for being
Let's
a
just
parent.
ask my panel. It's not like we've got any magic answers for this, Fiona, and every single one of us really feels for you because we've all got kids and we know how devastated we'd be and heartbroken if they weren't talking to us. But any advice, Nancy? Imagine you were Fiona. What would
Honestly,
you do? It's 5
Fiona-
years have gone
Fiona,
by.
I can't even imagine what you're going through. I'm just wondering, have you tried going round to see her at all, your daughter?
I'm being a coward here. I just can't face it.
In case she doesn't let you in
No,
and
I
she doesn't
understand.
come out.
I think I'd push that door down, to be fair.
Yeah,
I really would. I would try anything and everything I could in my power to have my relationship back with the daughter, even if I had to be nice to the partner that she's with and have to just suck it up just to have my daughter back in my life.
JJ, what would you do?
I would speak to the partner, Fiona. I'd reach out to the
bad
guy
idea.
and try and speak to him and explain to him about your relationship with your daughter
Yes,
and how you want it back.
that's the thought I haven't. That's
Not a
something
bad
I-
idea. That's a good
really,
idea.
really good
yes,
idea.
I think
and
so.
Also
because it,
show her this show so she knows.
and
how
it
we
won't
all
be
feel.
so fraught between you and him as it might be between you and your daughter. That's probably a damn good idea, actually,
Yeah.
JJ. That's what we have you here for these good ideas.
There
Thank
we
you
go.
very much. Fiona, listen, lots of luck, lots of love. I'd go with the biggest bunch of flowers I can afford and I'd
Do it.
ask
Go
him
round
to
there.
deliver them for you. And I'd say, look, I only said it because I love her and I was worried about her. I didn't know you then. I'd love to know you now. Please give me that chance.
Yes.
We've only got one life and just pray that it works.